Alrighty, friends, this is Migs Every Day, and I wanted to tell y'all about what today really means to me. Primarily because it's just a very important day for me in general, because I am diagnosed with autism. I'm diagnosed specifically with high-functioning Asperger's syndrome. It is the 2nd of April of 2019, and it's World Autism Awareness Day, which is awesome. It's basically a day in which people from either the neurotypical scale of things, which are people who are not on the autistic spectrum, and then non-neurotypicals, who are everything else, everyone basically is trying to accept each other. At least most people, by what I know, try to be accepting of the autism spectrum. There are a few people out there who are just not accepting whatsoever of any kind of anything that's different. I've noticed, and it doesn't really make me feel good. But I don't try to focus on that kind of stuff. But aside from that, I mean, I just feel really good about having autism, primarily because I love having what I have. If you were to ask me that like 7 years ago, I probably would have had a very different reaction to that. I would be like, come on, you're stupid. I'm not smart. I'm not interesting. I'm not funny. Like, I'm none of these qualities. I've kind of realized I kind of am smart. I kind of am funny. I kind of am interesting. I'm not trying to brag. I'm not trying to like toot my own horn kind of deal. I'm just trying to like, other people have told me that I'm smart, and other people have told me that I'm funny and interesting. So I'm trying to like actually accept those things. But I think it's really important, not only for people on the neurotypical scale to understand people with autism. I think it's important for people with autism to speak up to people who are neurotypical and say, hey, this is what I have. These are some myths. Just stay clear of those myths. And I know that's easier said than done for a lot of people on the autism spectrum, but like a parent, a paraprofessional, a lot of those things I think are very important, and even teachers. I think it's really important for people, if you're going to be teaching someone with autism, you should really get not only just myths to avoid and like facts and stuff, and I'm going to put air quotes, facts in some cases. You should really get like first-hand experience from someone who has autism. If it's easier for a neurotypical person, if it's easier for a neurotypical person to relate to someone who has autism on the higher end of the spectrum, it would be a lot. I feel like it's a lot easier for me to communicate with people because neurotypical people find it easier to communicate with me. But aside from that, I just think it's really important to get this video out here because it's just there's a lot of people say, oh, he's autistic or she's autistic, when he or she is not. There's also like the idea of, it's not only the idea of people who are on the autism spectrum and people on the neurotypical spectrum and things like that. I mean, the idea that we're really that different is, in my opinion, just a lie fabricated by the lizard people. I don't know. I just try to make this interesting. But yeah, I think that neurotypicals and autistic people or people on the autism spectrum are just not that different as people may seem, because everyone has goals, everyone has aspirations in life, everyone wants to do something with their time in life. So whether you know it or not, that's true. So it's pretty cool stuff to be able to be part of the autism spectrum community. Being an Aspie is very interesting. It has its ups and downs. But aside from that, I feel really great about what I have. I hope this whole video will hopefully shed some light on some more things to do with autism. So yeah, happy World Autism Awareness Day. Everyone have a happy, wonderful, blessed, and safe night. This is Migs Every Day.